I'm going to move on to a question about the hard dance scene in general, because there are rumours that it's at its best at the moment, but there are also rumours that it's at its worst at the moment. From your perspective, as people that do this all the time, how do you view the scene?
I think people worry too much about, like, you know, it's at its peak. It's not that good at the moment. It was better years ago. I mean, it's like the hardcore scene. You know, people say, oh, it's not like it used to be, but I mean, now it is. It's just. It goes in cycles. I mean, you know, it might take a little dip for a while, and then the next thing the clubs are packed, and then, you know, I don't think it should be viewed like that.
Having followed both scenes, as I said, when we were just cracking in playing fast, hard trance and hardcore scene, and the bottom fell out, I mean, the hardcore scene died in 6 months. Hard house came in. Hard house was bouncy, a bit cheesy, everyone had glow sticks on, fluorescent tops. It was like it stole that hardcore bass with exciting. It was like when hardcore hadn't changed in about 4 or 5 years. Then the hardcore producers, no names mentioned, PK, just decided they didn't want to make cheese, and they think, okay, well, we're more introvert now, let's be more, I don't want to say up your own ass, I can't think of a better term, right? So they started making more techie, intelligent stuff. Hard house scene was full of people with glow sticks and whistles. They didn't want techie stuff. And when the hardcore scene came back in with a bang, it's no coincidence the hard house scene went all up his own ass and died a death. The only reason people like Mark and us have stayed is we didn't follow the trend. We just thought, that's not very good.
Seem very adaptable to
you're playing for the crowd. So ultimately, there's 5,000 people pay to see you. Don't go and play something that's going to make them fall asleep. Play what they want to hear. So the scene has taken a dip, but it's the scene's own fault. It's not going to go any lower. Hardcore is living a dream at the moment, and you only got to go in there to know why. The DJs didn't go up their own asses and think how techie or intelligent. That song you can hear there, you could have gone back 10 years ago and there'd have been a similar tune. Who cares? Everyone absolutely loves it. So, you know, there's no point trying to believe the hype, you know what I mean? There's no point.
Very well explained. It's nice to get lengthy answers rather than short. Yeah, I think the scene's dead, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Next question. What inspired you to look? Because you have a very different look. It's original, it's fresh, and it makes an impact.
We've always tried to, like, you know, take a good look at the scene, what's going on, cover every kind of aspect. It's like, right, okay, we need to be getting some tricks in there, do a little bit of scratching. Okay, we need to do that. You know, and we look at each different DJ and they're like what they're excelling at, and think, okay, we need a bit of that. And we thought, you know, we didn't have any kind of look at all. And then all of a sudden, you saw DJs like Hellraiser, Proteus, Yogi, Lab 4, all making sudden bursts and like appearing on the scene a lot quicker than, you know, most DJs work their way in. They came on the scene like lightning, really quick, and we were thinking, it's just the image they got. And
the initial change wasn't planned. I went to New York, name drop, for Christmas with my girlfriend, and he went to Cardiff or whatever. We came back, right, and we both turned up the gig with the same top on, didn't we? Yeah, and it was all chains and buckles. We're like, fuck off. So we didn't discuss it, and then gradually as we got the confidence up, seeing the Prodigy, Sex Pistols, you know, bondage trousers, eye makeup, and not one person has gone, fucking faggots. Everyone's gone, cool as fuck. Yeah. So no one's even questioned
originality, isn't it? Yeah. I think people always have a respect for originality, and that's
yeah. I mean, you get looks at Burger King about 6 in the morning, but you know, whatever.
Doing services
the service station at 6 o'clock in the morning is not good. Like, no.
Yeah, it does add to your presence and your impact when you arrive at a gig. It's like, they're here.
Well, that's what the aim is.
Yeah,
isn't it,
I mean, he pointed that out, because when we started doing it, we started, you know, getting into like a bit of a theme. Shocker, he didn't bother at first, and he thought, well, no, I'm not going to, because that's just copying. But he was saying to us, guys, when you turn up at a gig, he said, it's mad. He said it's just a little bit different to like when you were coming in jeans and a t-shirt.
And you can see he embraced it big time now.
Yeah.
Loving it.
What the fuck is that?
He's always
Man, they look like you could drive them around the
Spray on jeans.
X-ray in customs every single time. I take those on the plane.
Yeah. Try getting through security of those bastards.
You get someone's eye out of that, I'll tell you now.
Easy now. Okay, boys, just tell us about what's coming up. How do you see things moving along in the next year in your production schedules, in your DJing schedules? What, have you got any exciting news? What's coming up?
We've well, this year we've been very busy in the studio, but we haven't actually put anything out. It's all been held back. Part of the reason is to keep our sets really fresh, make sure that 95% of the tunes we're playing nobody else can play because it's all our own stuff.
Okay.
So, you know, there's a lot of things waiting in the wings now. We got about 4 or 5 releases all set to go. So that's going to be exciting for next year, and hopefully that'll create a few more bookings.
So a hard house DJ called Steve Hill, we've known for quite a few years, who was big in London when he lived in London, and he disappeared to Australia. Don't speak to him. If you look at Steve Hill's MySpace page, he's playing more places all over the world than any hardcore hard dance DJ ever. He works his ass off, and luckily for us, he liked what he heard and saw, took us under his wing. We've got 3 releases coming out. We're touring Australia early next year for 2 weeks. We're off to Canada, Africa, Asia, all because this little Steve Hill guy, I had a gold, said, you know, come under my wing. So you'll see a lot more releases because Steve is pushing the releases. So next year's, we're very excited about next year, aren't we?
Next year's going to be amazing.
More foreign bookings, so you know, it's good.
All right, boys. Well, thanks for talking to us, and thanks for joining us tonight. The legendary Cally and Juice and the MC Shocker here on Fusion TV. But don't go away because we've got more good shit coming up for you.
Sorry, BK.
Can I get a photo a second with all you together with the
all
camera
of
and
us
stuff?
together.